Barry's mom issued an ultimatum. Clean your garage or no more frozen pizza. This was war. Barry and Kevin stared into the abyss of junk. It was a graveyard for broken inventions. The sentient pudding had left a sticky residue. Mr. Waffle's philosophical quotes were carved into the walls. And Spudley, the potato, was holding a tiny auction for Barry's old socks. "I'll give you 2 existential crises and a used battery," yelled a radish from the back. While moving the original time machine toaster, Barry found something new. A single, glowing, green cockroach trapped under a cup. It wasn't just any cockroach. It was wearing a microscopic top hat and monocle. It tapped on the glass with a tiny cane. "I say, good sir, this is no way to treat a distinguished time tourist." Barry lifted the cup. The cockroach bowed. "Reginald Roachington III, at your service. I was vacationing in the Cretaceous period, when your washing machine of destiny sucked me into this squalor." Kevin squinted.
You're a time-traveling bug?
"An entomological chrononaut, you uncultured swine." Reginald explained he was from a highly advanced race of time roaches. Their mission: to ensure no one ever perfectly toasts a bagel. A perfectly toasted bagel creates a ripple of contentment that disrupts the space-time continuum. Barry gasped.
That's why my bagels are always burned on one side.
Precisely. We've been sabotaging your appliance for years. Suddenly, Reginald's antennae twitched. "Oh dear. My wife, Beatrice, has filed a missing persons report." He pulled out a microscopic phone. "Not now, Beatrice. I'm in the middle of an existential negotiation with a primate." But it was too late. A portal opened above the garage. Hundreds of sophisticated top hat-wearing roaches descended on tiny parachutes. They were armed with toothpick-sized spears and drops of sticky soda. "The roach invasion has begun," Reginald screamed with glee. Chaos ensued. The roaches weren't violent, just incredibly annoying. One group started reorganizing Barry's tools by color, not function. Another began writing a harsh critique of the garage's feng shui on the wall in tiny script. A particularly bold roach climbed onto Kevin's head and started directing his hair like an orchestra.
"I feel artistically compromised."
Kevin whimpered. Mr. Waffles the dog tried to help. To conquer a pest, one must first understand its soul. He began mediating between Barry and the roaches. Spudley the potato saw an opportunity.
"I shall negotiate a peace treaty. My fees are reasonable."
The lead roach general landed on Spudley.
We will live for 1 million crumbs of sourdough and exclusive rights to your leftover pizza crusts.
Barry refused.
Not the pizza crusts. That's the best part.
The general sighed.
Then you leave us no choice. Release the sugar glue.
The roaches unleashed their ultimate weapon. A single, sticky drop of old cola, now sentient and angry. It oozed toward Barry, humming a sinister tune. Barry had one last idea. He rebooted the time toaster.
If they want a bad bagel, I'll give them the worst bagel in history.
He set the dial to ultra-carbonize. He shoved in a frozen bagel. The toaster glowed red. The bagel emerged not burnt, but alive. It was a blackened, angry, sentient bagel monster.
"Who dares disturb my slumber?"
It bellowed in a voice of crunching crust. The bagel monster saw the roaches.
"Insects, the enemy of all that is carbohydrate."
It began chasing the roaches, swallowing them whole. Reginald screamed.
Retreat. The prophecy of the avenging bagel is true.
The roaches fled through their tiny portal, which closed with a pop. The bagel monster, now full, burped and fell asleep on the workbench. Silence. Barry's mom walked in. "Is that a sentient bagel?"
Long story.
Barry said. She nodded. "Just don't you get cream cheese on the floor." The next day, Barry received a tiny, roach-sized letter in the mail. It was a formal complaint from the Roach Temporal Authority.
You have been fined 1 crown for unlawful imprisonment of a nobleman and creation of a class 4 baked good entity.
Barry framed the letter. He'd never been so proud. Mr. Waffles adopted the sentient bagel as his new student. Together, they pondered the meaning of everythingness. In Kevin, he still occasionally feels the urge to conduct symphonies with his hair.